We're going to start recording this, so we can send you the recording after, and then we can get started. We're going to start in a few minutes. We're still waiting for some people to register and get the cup of tea and so forth, but we have a very busy webinar tonight, so there's going to be a lot of people on this. And this is all about technology. So, as you're probably aware, technology is the trend in business. It is the trend in terms of how you operate your business. It is the trend in how you're going to pay for things now, and very much so in the future. It's the trend in terms of applications for your business. It is the trend for how your business is going to grow, because it systemizes everything you're doing. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is cryptocurrency via naked dollars. I'm sure you've all heard of Bitcoin and how that revolution started pretty much after the subprime crisis. So after 2008, you're probably aware that nobody really continued trusting the banking system, because the banking system was found to be the culprit of the subprime crisis and basically ripping people off, including company and government pensions, which has never been replaced since. And the bankers were never jailed. They were in fact given bonuses. The only country to jail its bankers was Iceland, out of all the countries in the world. So Iceland is a very forward-thinking country, because they understand the realities of society and moving forward in the world in terms of how people are, how can people get on and be successful. The banking system is flawed. As you know, many bankers have been jailed or prosecuted for adjusting LIBOR rates and all kinds of things. But to be honest with you, it's not really touched the surface or scratched the surface of what the bankers have really done. Now, the great news is that this particular banking crisis, I would call it, or the ripping off of people in the world, has become transparent. And that transparency has enabled people to start creating another movement that people are in control of themselves without going through a bank. And you have to listen to this webinar, because it is basically leveraging off decentralized banking. Every major currency now is done through a banking system controlled by the Rothschilds, which means you have to pay for that service to get money out of the bank. Since 2008, crowdfunding, new banking systems have been created, including digital currency. And Naked Technologies is one of the companies that we have started, and it's powered by Blockchain 3.0. So let me just get this screen up for you so we can all see it, and then we can go. So Naked Technologies is a brand new company that we have started. As you probably are aware, the new rich list is a beneficiary of Naked Technologies, because the new rich list is a 50% shareholder in this company. And Naked Dollars is a brand new cryptocurrency that has just started, and it will be listed on the World Coin Index very soon. So, what does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to get the benefit of really investing in this business. Now, I'm just going to have to come out of the screen because I'm not being able to load it up. I think you can see here, it says there, would you like to make a 64,900% return? That sounds crazy, I know, guys, but literally this is what is happening now. And cryptocurrencies just started. Now, the reason I said 64,900% is because Bitcoin has done more than that since it was launched 6 years ago after the banking crisis. No property, asset, or stock has ever done that. But something else has, and that is cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin started at actually 0.001 cents and is now over $700 per coin. In fact, it's $750 as we speak today. That means if you think about buying shares, you would really see that. Just a second, guys. You would really see that if you bought Facebook shares at IPO for $1,000 and you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at the same time, your Facebook shares would be worth $3,200 your Bitcoin would be worth $141,000. It's insane, I know. Now, part of the reason that digital currency, especially Bitcoin, has succeeded, despite the banks trying to close it down, is because the people are in control of it, and it will never close down. It's just growing and growing because of transparency in in people's way they want to do business. So that's an incredible statement, isn't it? Now here is a naked coin, naked dollar. So naked dollars we are launching right now, and naked dollars has more intrinsic value because the new rich list owns naked dollars and $10 million of declared assets, including property and several businesses that we own. So what that means is, if you look at this slide here, the rich list owns all of these companies. Naked Travel, which is a fully licensed travel agent. Fourth Base Cosmetics, which is a fully cruelty-free cosmetics company. Rich List Estates, which is a property company. Freedom Invest, which is a crowdfund company. Marco Robinson, which is my education company. The Wealth Revolution Group, which is an online education company. The new Rich List UK, the new Rich List Malaysia, a public company soon. Naked Films, Naked Restaurant, etc. So your naked dollars will actually own all of those businesses. This is the only digital currency in the world to own assets and be asset backed. Every other digital currency does not have assets which are backing the currency when you trade them. Now, with naked dollars, you can trade your cryptocurrency with the most popular consumer products that which the rich list owns. And even one benefit of that is you will save around half of your normal costs, because you can trade naked dollars on travel, cosmetics, eating out. We have 10,000 participating restaurants. There's a lot going on here. And the other exciting news is we're going to IPO and public list the new rich list, which owns Naked Technologies. We're also going to spin off Naked Technologies in our own public listing. So this is a very, very exciting time for us. And it's an amazing time for you to get involved. Now, the question I get asked a lot is it safe? Well, it didn't used to be safe, but it is now because we've developed a new proprietary technology powered by blockchain. Now, I've mentioned blockchain to my investors a lot of times recently, but people don't really understand what it is. Now, blockchain is the software that powers the cryptocurrency. So if we think about a banking system, all banks are now investing billions in blockchain because blockchain is the safest way to send money from A to B, which means it's the most safest transaction because there are more people involved and more systems involved, which I'll share with you in a moment. Now, a lot of people also don't understand what cryptocurrency is, so let me explain that. Straight out of Wikipedia, this is really: cryptocurrency is a digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds, operating independently of a central bank. Decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin now provide an outlet for personal wealth that is beyond restriction and confiscation. Now, this is interesting, and I'm going to repeat that little paragraph at the bottom there. Decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin now provide an outlet for personal wealth that is beyond restriction and confiscation. Ladies and gentlemen, cryptocurrency is the new trend in banking, and it's going absolutely insanely bonkers in terms of growth. And the reason it's going crazy is because it's not including a banking system, which is the most corrupt way of investing your money or transacting your money, because other people are involved and they are called bankers who are greedy and they will get away with murder if they can. So cryptocurrency has basically made currency safe, and it's made the transactions safe. There are even Bitcoin ATMs, there are even Bitcoin banks now, and cryptocurrency is the way forward, guys. This is the way that banking is going to be done in the next 10 years, 1 year, 2 years, is growing like crazy. But what is blockchain explained easily? Well, if we look at the picture here, if I want to send money from A to B, the transaction is known online as a block. And now that block contains digital bits of information about me, my birthday, my passport, my ID in other different ways, what bank accounts I have, what company accounts I have. So a block contains way more information than a normal PayPal account, for example, or a credit card account would have for you on record. That block is then broadcast to every party in the network who has a mobile phone, computer, whatever it may be. So it's going to a lot more people in the network that are involved in the transaction that have to verify the transaction. Those in the network approve the transaction is valid. The block then can be added to the chain, which provides an indelible and transparent record of transactions. So this block of payment that you've sent here actually adds on in a chain to the previous transactions you've done. And if this recent block is different in any way in terms of your information, it won't fit onto the chain and therefore will be rejected. So once that's verified as a blockchain, then it's sent to the recipient. It is the safest way of transacting money and is why the banks are investing billions, if not trillions, very soon in this way of sending money to people around the world in whatever they do. Now, in terms of the applications and who is using this says blockchain startups. So if you look at the past, blockchain startups will be the Wall Street Journal, the Times, the government, Hilton Hotels, that kind of thing. Now Facebook, Twitter, Dropbox, Uber, Airbnb are all using blockchain and developing blockchain for their payments online. In the future, these are the kind of things in terms of applications which are going to happen. Cloud storage, smart contracts, social networking, digital identity, art, verifications of your own precious art or things that are rare. They can be verified with blockchain, anti-counterfeiting, supply chain, governance, internet, prediction markets. Everything you can imagine that involves money will be regulated by blockchain software, which is indelibly the safest way to actually transact money. Now, in terms of examples of blockchain uses, there are so many. App development, proof of ownership, points-based value transfer, ride sharing, digital security, stock trading, so many different things. And even in non-financial, blockchain is providing an application for people to be safer in what they own in assets and what they want to transact. So, for example, looking at document storage space, authentication, digital identity, brands of your own. You can actually have, if you've got a logo that you own, you can actually have a blockchain to protect it and transact if you're going to sell it. Smart contracts, real estate transactions, diamonds, gold, silver, app development, network, APIs, everything that you can imagine is pretty much every application you can think of. And financial, of course, is currency exchange, peer-to-peer transfers, ride sharing, data storage, trading platforms, gaming. Every application you can think of now has a blockchain that is being developed or has been developed and is now being used from party A to party B. So the proof of concept, common accord, contracts repository is the open source. So you have a common accord client, distribution, sharing permission, and a call to action to transact to the other side. So all this has to match for A and B in a ledger that is added up in every single transaction. And it's really the best way to actually protect your payments. Now I'm going to see if I can start this video here. So just give me a second. Right.
Blockchain, it's the new buzzword making headlines all over the world, and there's even talk of a blockchain revolution. Now, the reason it's getting so big is because a lack of trust in banks and governments has left people yearning for a more secure online financial system, and this is essentially what blockchain provides. Blockchain is not just revolutionary when it comes to finance. It could also have applications in medicine, law, elections, and in fact, all areas where a contract or record is required.
At the moment, our medical records are stored based on geography or just with our local doctor. If you have some single way of tracking your medication that every single medical practice around the world have access to, then if I'm on a foreign holiday on foreign country on holiday and I have an accident and people need to give me education, they need to know what my allergies are, they need to know my medical history, and that needs to be verified with people who have permission to update that, and needs to be viewable by whoever needs to access to it. So that changes how we, say, just do medicine.
The technology in itself really helps people, and it saves billions of dollars in the process, because mostly a lot of transactions that were done literally from a bank that would have to call another bank and then put the fees, all of that will be killed.
So that all sounds very promising, but how does it work?
Blockchain, if you try to put it in a simple way, is the chains, like you have a chain in a bike that puts all the chains working, and then you can get the bike working. So blockchain is the same.
It's like a single Excel spreadsheet, right? If you just had one single spreadsheet that everybody in the world's got access to, everyone can update it, everyone can view it. But the difference is that once things are committed to the spreadsheet, it's set in stone. And what that gives you is this awesome power to share information without some centralized authority controlling it.
Now, you might have heard of blockchain in relation to Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, and this is why.
Bitcoin is just the first use case of blockchain. So Bitcoin was enabled using blockchain, and that enables you to have a global currency without some single issuing authority like a Bank of England or a Federal Reserve. So blockchain is a platform. Bitcoin is like an app in the blockchain app store, right?
But beware of the hype surrounding blockchain and also its downsides.
There's a lot of hype, and depending who you read it will change the world, it will solve world hunger and all sorts of things. And there's things like privacy risks, because if you do have one single ledger that everyone's allowed access to, then everyone's allowed access to it, and that's got problems as well.
Even so, if you look at how excited some of the biggest players in tech are getting about blockchain, it's a quite good indicator of its potential.
The blockchain is still early days to say. There's a lot of players that are really taking this, and a lot of VCs, for instance, Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn and one of the biggest VCs in the world, is taking a huge investment on blockchain.
The most exciting players are probably companies like Ethereum or Eris and those kind of people who are creating these blockchain as platform services, which are now being taken on by the big players like IBM and Microsoft, who are then using that and putting that into their cloud offerings, which then large banks, institutions and other startups can then use as seamlessly as they use other cloud services.
Okay, so who are our blockchain consultants? Well, you can't get pretty much better than what I'm sharing with you here. LAToken Bitcoin, the co-founder of Bitcoin.com, Daniel Grassinger, Nexus Squared, Professor Jonathan Reed, Luxembourg School of Business. So we are now developing our own blockchain. We've already started that. These are the people that are providing the platform to us. So we're now finalizing those people right now. Just a second here. This is Malvin at the Blockchain Bootcamp in Luxembourg. So he attended that in October. Mining versus staking Bitcoin. You can make money with Bitcoin by mining it. This is called proof of work. Naked dollars is proof of stake. So the difference is proof of work or proof of stake determine how transactions are validated. So in validating proof of work, the result of an expensive cryptographic calculation is required as proof of the right to vote on consensus. In validation by proof of stake, the amount of voting power for consensus is directly proportional to the shares held. For example, holding 10% shares bestows 10% voting power, which we prefer and is far easier to use. So we have a naked dollar trading pool. Naked dollar goes Bitcoin style with supply and demand. Valuations are based on market flotations. The projected timeline for us is 6 months to launch our new cryptocurrency with the World Coin Index. So digital wallet, you store your naked dollars online in a digital wallet that will have the option of withdrawal through a debit card, Visa or MasterCard, borderless without bank involvement, no limits on transferring naked dollars to naked dollar digital wallets, no limits of countries or currencies. So you can probably see this is a very exciting way to pay for things, and you can probably see by the video that blockchain is here to stay. In fact, the video doesn't really do it justice. Blockchain is huge already and is the way to bank from now on. So this is an example of a naked dollar cryptocurrency card which you will carry with you. You can withdraw cash from ATM using that as well as we go on. It's app-based, it's mobile-enabled, and it enables virtual transactions. So naked rewards, is we acquire customers, we retain customers, and we earn and burn. So that means when people use naked dollars, they can use them to pay for holidays, they can use them to pay for cosmetics, going out, eating out, entertainment, lots of things. So we acquire those customers and we reward them. So when you spend on going for dinner, we give you naked dollars. When you spend on going on holiday, we give you naked dollars. So you can earn them and you can burn them, or you can save them and trade them with the World Coin Index, which is really exciting, as I'm going to come to in a minute. Now, this is a screenshot of the World Coin Index where cryptocurrency is traded. As you can see at the top there, you've got Bitcoin at $752. Remember, it started at 001, so that's a 75,000% return. You know, I know it's ridiculous. You've got Litecoin at $3, Monero at $8, Ethereum at $10. Now, please also understand that none of these cryptocurrencies that I'm sharing with you now, including Bitcoin, is backed up with assets. The latest one is Zcash, now at $73 per coin. This is incredible because Zcash only launched a month ago, guys. So this is the Bitcoin historical chart, and you can see what's going on here is that Bitcoin was launched, went up through the roof, was corrected, and now is on a trend of growth. And now it has better blockchain technology because it was hacked about 6 months ago. It has now protected itself because blockchain is protecting the transactions, which is exciting. It makes it very safer for investors, which is really cool. So Ethereum started trading pool August 25th, 2015. That's now worth $9.91. Started at 0.1. Not asset backed, so please do remember that. Zcash started, well, literally a month ago. Now it's $58 per coin. It went up to $5,000 when it was launched due to hype. I can tell you right now, Naked Dollars is going to have way more hype than Zcash because we own their assets. Naked Dollar owns the restaurants, owns the cosmetics company, owns the property, owns the travel agency, owns the education company, owns properties itself. That means it's a lot safer in terms of perception for people to invest in because very simply owns assets. Every cryptocurrency trading works based on volume. The bigger the volume of transactions, the bigger the demand. The supply of naked dollars is limited to 10 million naked dollars in the first phase of our blockchain rollout over the next 6 months. So each naked dollar is backed by $1 of our own physical asset, which is the first of its kind, and no other cryptocurrency is doing that, and there are 400 of them. So you can imagine what this is going to do when it launches on the market. And it's so exciting because I think it's the most exciting thing that we've done, because literally we are at the beginning of a massive trend, and so are you, because you know me, you know what we've done before. We've been doing this for 10 years, but we've never been at the beginning of a trend where literally it's going to go bonkers. And it's already shown this in the other cryptocurrencies that have launched without assets. So we have 50,000 customers, investors in our database that have spent anywhere between $5,000 and $1 million with us in the past 10 years of being in business. Each investor is being offered blocks of 10,000 naked dollars. But actually, I'm only launching from 20,000 today, unless you can convince me to go lower. But I'm probably not going to do that because the demand is very high already. And people are already emailing in now wanting to buy them. So I haven't even finished the webinar yet. The average buy rate is 50,000 naked dollars per customer investor in the past 5 days. So yes, this is very much a pre-launch, and only our business bootcamp members in London 5 days ago have had a sneak peek before this. So what I'm saying, guys, is we've sold 500,000 naked dollars already in the past week. So you better get your pen and paper ready to take this email address down, because it's extremely affordable and not what you think at all. We expect 10 million naked dollars to be fully sold out the next 4 weeks to our customers, investors across 3 continents. With an ownership value of 10 million naked dollars at opening day of trading pool and the World Coin Index in 6 months, the average daily transaction will be $100,000 buy or sell. Opening price of naked dollars, 70 cents per naked dollar, is extremely conservative with the projected trading volume. In fact, I've only taken that 70 cents because that's the average rate that every new cryptocurrency launches to in 6 months. 70 cents is taken on an average opening price of either 9 other cryptocurrencies that have listed their digital currencies for a trading pool within 6 to 12 months of distributing their cryptocurrencies, and none of them have been backed up by assets, which we have. So what we're saying is that we expect naked dollars to fully be way beyond 70 cents. But even if they were 70 cents, that would be a 7,000% return on your money, even at the worst case scenario. So value proposition 6 months, naked dollar starts with 0.001 per coin. A trading pool launch on World Coin Index. Naked dollars carries a value of 70 cents, extremely conservative. So 25,000 naked dollars would be a value of 17,500 US dollars. Cost 2,000 US dollars. Profit $15,500. It's insane. Please get your calculators out if you don't believe me, but I'm telling you, this is happening, guys. Now, if you look at 36 months, at the naked IPO stock market listing, naked dollar carries a value of $10 each. 25,000 naked dollars times $10 is $250,000. Cost $2,000. Profit $248,000 in 36 months. Seriously, guys, no property, no stock has ever done that in the history of trading. So please understand the opportunity that you have right now. Remember, current Bitcoin pricing is $740 per coin. This took 7 years. Current Zcash pricing is $58. This took 25 days. Naked dollars at $10 in 36 months is being extremely conservative because remember, naked dollars is the only cryptocurrency that owns assets. You're going to be having a lot more investors because they know they've got an asset as well as a currency, which is unheard of. So naked dollars at $10 in 36 months is being extremely conservative. That means 10,000 naked dollars will be worth $100,000 at launch. This could easily happen, guys. And if you had 100,000 naked dollars, which you bought for only £10,000 today, that could be worth $1 million on launch. So if you have a few pounds or dollars lying around, don't leave them in a savings account, guys. Send them over to buy naked dollars right now, because there's no other way that you can make that kind of money. So let's have a recap on the immediate benefits assured. You're buying at a ratio of 1.3 with bonuses today. Extremely low buy point of £2,000 for only 20,000 naked dollars. Extremely conservative target price of 70 cents each trading pool listing. Date of ETA in 6 months' time, which means your 2K is going to be worth about £15,000 already. You have naked dollar ownership from ground zero. You can hold on to it for as long as you want and trade it in the open market. Bitcoin is at $740 per coin at the moment after 7 years, while Zcash has hit $58 in 25 days. This is if there was any more proof of the concept, I don't see it, because this is the most incredible proof of concept I've pretty much ever seen. The new rich list, which owns asset north of $10 million across 7 subsidiaries in 3 continents, assets to be valued at $100 million when IPO happens. This is the first cryptocurrency of its kind with blockchain and backed by physical assets. Each naked dollar is backed by $1 of our own physical asset. Now this here is the dashboard of the rich list if you are a member, and of course you can actually do business in the rich list, recruit individuals, recruit companies and make lots of money. But every time you make any dollars, it's going to be matched in your naked dollar account here. Now this here is showing you an e-wallet of money that you've transferred or credited. Then this naked dollar account is going to be credited with the same amount of $10,000. So I also suggest you become a member of the rich list as soon as possible, because we started recruiting people at the weekend and we had people queuing outside the door to be the top in the line, because the sooner you're at the top, the more people under you and the more money you're simply going to make. So this is the Black Friday Christmas special. And what I mean is you have to send your money by Friday and reserve your dollars, otherwise you will not get any bonuses at all. You buy 20,000 naked dollars for £2,000 and you get 5,000 naked dollars extra free of charge. Same applies for purchases of $30,000 or $40,000 naked dollars. You get an extra $5,000 free of charge before or on Friday. It gets better though, because if you buy 50,000 naked dollars for £5,000, yes, incredibly cheap, we're going to give you 15,000 naked dollars extra free of charge, and we're going to give you a free 5-day, 4-night hotel holiday in Europe included. You buy $100,000 for £10,000, I'm going to give you 35,000 naked dollars for free. Now, please remember that 35,000 naked dollars could be worth $200,000 in the next 6 months, quite easily. And we're being very conservative. And of course, you will also get a free holiday, and you'll get flights for 2 when you invest £10,000 today on or before Friday, 4 nights holiday, flights, and you will get in total 135,000 naked dollars. That's the most attractive package that I've got on offer right now today, and it's affordable, guys. Email nakedtech@the-richlist.com. So please write this email down. I shall leave this on the screen so you can write it down right now. nakedtech@the-richlist.com. P.S. We will stop taking orders once we have sold out. We cannot allow more than 10 million naked dollars to be sold in phase 1. You will need to enter a wait list, and it will be another 6 months minimum before you can even subscribe. And then when you do in 6 months' time, they're going to be more expensive than what we're selling today, because it already got 10 million in terms of people subscribing. It is a limited subscription, guys. It is not open source. It's limited subscription, because you're doing this before we list on the World Coin Index and before we go IPO, which is the best time to get involved. You know me. I've been around a long time now, guys. Everything we've done in terms of investing has turned out successful because we do our due diligence, we do our research, and we educate you the same way. I'm sharing you this opportunity to get in now, because if you don't do it now, you're not going to get the benefit of those naked dollars, which could easily rise to 10 US dollars quite easily because of the asset-backed cryptocurrency and because of the blockchain 3.0 that we have behind the currency, which protects your transactions. Now, I've got time, 5 minutes time to answer any questions that you might ask. So please post your questions in the box, just type it out, and I will answer to you. But please get your Bitcoins reserve, get your naked dollars reserve now, because this will go way beyond Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin does not have any assets. Naked dollars has assets. That is the difference. So email nakedtech@the-richlist.com. And we're going to go back briefly just to go through the offer one more time so you understand exactly what you need to send in terms of cash to secure your naked dollars. So Black Friday special, buy 20,000 naked dollars for £2,000, get 5,000 naked dollars extra free of charge. Same applies for 30 or 40,000 naked dollars. You get $5,000 free. It gets better. Buy 50,000 naked dollars for £5,000 and get 15,000 naked dollars extra free of charge. And you'll get a free 5-night accommodation only. Stay in Europe for 2 people, 4-star hotel. You buy 100,000 naked dollars for £10,000. You get $35,000 naked for free. And you'll get flights paid for as well as your accommodation. And please understand the potential of what I'm showing you right now. So let me just go through the potential one more time. Remember, Bitcoin started at $740. This took 7 years. Current Zcash is $58, which took 25 days. Naked dollars could easily be $10 in 36 months. This is very conservative indeed. Very conservative indeed. That means naked dollars at $10, if you bought 10,000 naked dollars today, even at £1,000, but I'm not going to do that because I'm only limiting this to people to get in at £2,000 today. That would be worth 100,000 US dollars at launch, which is incredible, but actually true. That means that 100,000 naked dollars bought for £10,000 could be worth $1 million at launch. This is the potential of what we're doing today. Quick recap one more time. Buying ratio of 1 to 1, 1.3 with bonuses. Extremely low buy point of £2,000. extremely conservative target price of 70 cents. You've got naked dollar ownership from ground zero. You can hold on to it as long as you want, trade it in the open Bitcoin World Index market. Bitcoin is $740 at the moment. After 7 years, Zcash is $58 in 25 days. The richest owns assets worth $10 million, and we are the first cryptocurrency of its kind with assets. So we can share those assets. You asked me to share those assets via verbalization to you. Sure, we own Naked Restaurant Group, which is already valued at $2 million. We own around £5 million worth of property assets. We own Naked Travel with Apto and Atoll licenses, which has already been valued at £5 million. And we have the cosmetics company. The cosmetics company is probably worth £1 million already. So we own 50% of those businesses, confirmed assets. Right, another question I've got. The backup plan, if it doesn't reach the targeted projection, well, here's the thing, Neil. There is no investment with any guarantees that we will hit anything, even with property. No one can tell you exactly the future. All you can go on is taking what potential there is, what trend there is, how strong your naked dollars are, how safe your naked dollars are, and my track record personally, or what I've done for my investors in the last 10 years, and my investments to my investors in the last 10 years have given them over 50% returns, all in, if you look at the average. So, Mr. Neil, what you have to go on is my track record, and that, my friend, is non-negotiable because it is outstanding, and that's why I'm still here today to do this. Right, now this is billed as patented. The technology, blockchain, is patented, and we're just about to apply for that. We're just about to submit that application in the UK and also the USA, and we will share that with you. Today's a Wednesday. We're away to the weekend, coming to the bootcamp. Will this be available on the bootcamp? Mr. Neil, you have to send us an email by today or Friday to confirm the reservation of your naked dollars. Otherwise, I cannot extend it over the weekend. The mechanism for ensuring that naked dollars is backed by $1 of assets, because the rich list owns the assets on paper, and the rich list owns 50% of Naked Technologies. So that basically verifies what you are saying. I've got one comment here. This is exciting. Yes, thank you. This is really exciting. And it says here, where will the demand for naked dollars going to come from? Well, I've already shared that with you guys. I've got 50,000 members already that are now starting to buy naked dollars. I have got merchants using